So we're going to transition from beers, which I know we hate to do.
It is, yeah.
It is
good
difficult.
that we mix it up.
It is, because actually I probably enjoy wine only slightly less than I enjoy beer. I mean, that's pushing it. I've already gone too far.
Yeah, you've gone too far.
Yeah, I have.
Come back there.
But I do like
kidding.
wine.
Yes.
I do enjoy wine. I love wine, like I said, and actually probably enjoy it more now because Rachel's gotten a little bit more into wine, so that's helped out with opening up a bottle, is that it's not just me drinking it.
Yeah.
And even though you can pump a bottle of wine, I always feel you should finish it that same day.
Then you have all these open bottles that you're trying to store, and it's nice to
just finish it.
clear them out.
And just get it done. So we've got we had the theme last week of IPAs, and now we've got wines
Nice.
all week for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com, and we are about some wine this week, and specifically the wine today that we are about is a Chardonnay, a French Chardonnay called Revelation. This is actually a Trader Joe wine.
You just showed it to me, so it is a revelation.
It is, yeah. Well, I get from what I recall, the reason they called this Revelation is because either this type of blend or wines that are put together in this specific way, they are not usually, the buyers aren't usually big fans of. But this one, and there's also a red that accompanies this. It's a Cab Merlot blend. These they did enjoy, and it was a revelation. So that's why they named it Revelation.
Okay.
That's what I read. So
They're like, wow, I usually don't like this, and it's delicious. That
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, whoa, these wines, yeah. So
And you
anyways,
did
that's where that comes from.
And this is a French blend?
I read on the label, it just says Chardonnay, so I'm not sure if there is something in there. I could do a little more research on that,
Okay.
find that out at work. But at least from what they're letting us know, it's 100% Chardonnay, French Chardonnay.
Okay. Very cool.
So-
What is the alcohol content on this?
13%.
And for right now, you actually want to hold back
I
how
just
much this
wanna-
costs.
yeah,
So we're just going to try it. It's going to be a little bit blind because if I like
we'll
it,
see what
it is
Andrew
it is,
would or wouldn't pay for
Okay.
this particular wine. So
All right. No, that's very cool. And is this like one of those limited edition kind of things where
We've
when
actually
it's
had
gone, it's
this-
gone, or you've had it for a while, or what's
we've
the deal?
had this now for probably 3 or 4 months. Actually, it's funny. This one and the red were more. They were more expensive.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm assuming they've cut the price down because it's now in the flyer. I just sort of gave you a little bit of a. It's down. It was
It's
$35. No, just kidding.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we have had these for a little while now, and now they're featuring them in this in the flyer that's coming out in just a couple days.
The Fearless Flyer.
The Fearless Flyer.
I'm glad I actually finally get those now.
You're on the list.
I know. Well, I didn't for a
On the
while. Like
list.
if for some reason they didn't make it this way.
Cool
Up
thing is,
until-
I haven't tried this one yet either. So
No
it's the first
way.
time for me. Yeah, the one that I was going to bring over, I had tried it. We tried
Oh,
that the other
well, I like
day.
this
It was
even more.
and I decided on this one because the wine that we'll be trying later this week is an imported wine, and this one is as well. So I thought, well, we'll have an import wine week actually.
Wow.
So,
I didn't even
yeah.
think about. Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, I was going to bring over the California Chard, which is actually very good.
And I've gotten more into Chardonnays lately. Used to, for me, it was always Sauvignon Blanc, kind of, or bust.
And well,
kind
and
of
we
that
got
more
different
of that
styles,
brighter
too.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was because when I had Chardonnays in the past, they'd always been more of that overly oaked, so super buttery. Like, and
Yeah.
I really like those notes when they're done with a little, it's not a heavy
Some
can.
finesse.
Yeah, with a little
Yeah.
bit of finesse. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. So. It almost, for some reason, the lettering and the fonts that they use on here make me think of a either a sparkling wine or a champagne. I don't know why.
Hopefully, if it pours like that, then there's something wrong with
Yeah.
this bottle.
Is this one that has been tasted at all? Like, have you done this for any of the tastings?
I don't know. We have not, but it will be featured.
Okay, because it's in the
and
flyer.
is
Then
being
it'll kinda
featured probably now when people are watching this. Yeah.
Okay.
Pale yellow.
Yeah, I would say that straw color we always like to break out sometimes.
We refer to that sometimes. Well, no, actually, this is the lighter. Sometimes that Chardonnay yellow we talk about is that deeper golder color.
Yeah, this means
There
deep
I am
gold.
with this again.
This means deep gold.
Just put that.
Yeah, well,
That'll be my little logo.
that's your thing.
Yeah.
This is nice because usually when you do bring
Having a
wines
little-
over from Trader Joe's, usually is
I've had a little
this-
sip.
I've had a little bit, and that no, that's fine. Like I said, because that's not a bad thing necessarily. But yeah, this is cool.
What is? It's not pineapple, is it?
I'm getting some sort of. There's a little banana. There's some sort of
tropically.
little tropical kind of banana, but then I am actually getting like a little bit of a vinegar sharp.
There is a
note,
sharpness
which
to
would
it. Yeah.
kind of like to me probably because I was already thinking of champagne, like something that would be in a champagne, like that sharp kind of vinegar tart.
Yeah,
something
there
at
is
the
a
back.
sharpness to the aroma.
It's a nice aroma.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not getting much of what I would think of as a classic Chardonnay per se.
No, it's not like oaky or. There's almost a little hint of a butter, a little bit, or creamy. There's some sort of note under there that kind of is bringing things up a little bit, but
Yeah,
not
at the very
overwhelming.
End, you're right. At the very end, you get it's like 3/4 of bright fruit and then like 1/4 of this other little
foundation.
underlying something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that smells really good though.
All right, our favorite time.
It is our favorite time. It's business time.
I am down to just my socks. Well, below the table.
It doesn't
It's
sound good either.
business time. No, that's what I'm saying. You said it's business time. I like that, but I can't specifically say because of X, Y, and Z. I just that whatever's in there, there's a nice blend for me. This could even be, I think, chilled a little bit more. I like the body
it
too.
warmed up a little bit. I had it sitting out.
Yeah, I like the body. It's not like the full heavy thick, but it's there. It's not thin either. It's a nice sort of smooth body, at least for me. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know how you.
What do you got on there?
I was just trying to see how much, like either oaking or not oaking had gone into this, or
I think it says something. I think I read something.
followed by a hint of oak.
Do you get
To
that?
me, that's even pushing it a little bit.
A hint of- I really don't get
the
oak.
flavor, and maybe that's what threw me off a little bit because this, like I said, it's very bright, and I like the fruit that's in there.
Yeah.
But like I said, for the mindset of initially Chardonnay, initially my first 2 sips were like, I don't like this.
Oh, yeah.
Because of thinking of that.
Right.
Thinking of it now just as just a white wine, I think it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's amazing just how when you get a little something in your head, like I said, for literally my first 2 sips, I was like, well, where is it? There's nothing in here. You know what I mean? It's just very bright. It's not quite Sauvignon Blanc-ish because it's not quite that fruity, but
No.
it does have the nice little,
The
there's
tropical.
a nice little sour in there and some sharpness to it that I think this would go well with, I don't know, some cheeses like goat cheese or different things like that, or heavier cheeses, or blue cheese, which I always really like. You know,
Well, that's a classic pairing.
I
we
think
know.
that would, and with this specifically, just because it is so, there's a lot of tartness or acidic kind of going on in there, which I do like. It's actually very nice. But I think you have to go into it not thinking of like you have to take the word Chardonnay off there, in my opinion.
Well, or like when people will ask me about, they say I'm looking for a Chardonnay. And I'm saying, and I will always ask them, what style are you looking for? Are you looking for that fruitier style, or are you looking for that heavier, oaky, buttery type of style? And then we go from there.
Right.
And this is definitely that. You can't really say clean and crisp and refreshing.
No.
It's not that, but because to me it does have a little of a creamy, buttery note to it.
At the very end.
At the very end, but it's there, and I don't. But like I said, I don't really get any oak out of that. And I think this, especially going into summer, chilled, this would be very nice.
Yeah, if this was this is more close to room temperature.
Yeah.
If it was a little bit more chilled, I think it'd be even better. And
But
this
that's
could almost
one-
be just sit outside and kind of enjoy this as you're hanging out by the pool.
Because
something like that. But
there are those out there that, and like the other Chardonnay that I almost brought over is definitely more fruit. The California Chard that I was talking to you about. So this is, it's definitely not a hybrid of those, but it's a French sort of style, I guess. I don't have a ton of experience with French wine, but I like that. So
bubble that up and you get some champagne.
bubble that up.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it is really nice. Like I said, I think for me, like I said, Yeah, it's very light on the classic Chardonnay and more toward that, definitely more toward that fruitier side, which, like I said, if that's what you're looking for, I think this would be a nice balance because I like the way it finishes.
I do too.
Because it does. There probably is just enough of that buttery to make the palate just kind of refresh every time.
Right, there's like makes your mouth water a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And leaves you with that fruit as opposed to feeling dry or sour or heavy. It kind of, just sort of, I agree with that. That's a good. So is this something you would maybe
$7.99.
$4.99.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
It was either $6.99 or $8.49. I can't remember, but they dropped the price. And then red.
Going into it with the right frame of mind, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, the red
definitely.
that we have, the Cab Merlot, I have not tried yet, but I've heard that's really good too, and that's also $4.99. So
except for the part that's Merlot.
And if they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any Merlot.
Okay. Well,
I actually had a really good Merlot the other day. I know.
No way.
I had the J. Lohr Merlot, either 2009. But
I like J. Lohr. I love their Pinot and I like their Cab too.
Their Cab, and it's only 70% Merlot and it's like 17% Malbec.
Okay.
But honestly,
that's going to bring a little bit more darker fruit and a little bit more kind of I bought Malbec the other day.
We tried the other Chardonnay that I was talking about, the Acre Chardonnay. It's 2011, and pretty much everyone loved that at work, and everyone loved the J. Lohr. Now the J. Lohr Merlot was like $14 or $15, I think.
Usually their stuff can be a little more pricey. Like
it was good.
I've seen.
I can recommend.
Sometimes they have those at Costco in our area, but even there they're still around 12.
Well, and like from coffee wise, 70% with that other 30%, you can make a nice quite
change.
A bit, and you add, like I said, 17 Malbec, and I can't remember what the other 13 or so percent was in there. But when I saw that Malbec, I thought, okay, that's probably. But it had
that's probably
nice
what's
taste.
really giving you the flavor, because like if you think of a Merlot, that's almost like a Central American. If you want to get into coffee terms, where you're talking that what can be that middle of the road nice base, perhaps.
Right.
But yeah, with that other 30%, you can do something special if you throw, you know, anything in there, a little Indonesian or some sort of Kenya or something like that, and you can either add fruit or add smoke or.
Now I'm confused. Are we talking coffee or wine?
Well, we're talking coffee because you brought that in there. So
no, I know. I like that.
You hit right into the wheelhouse there.
That's right.
For both of us.
I threw one right down the middle.
No, I think that's a great value then.
I would agree.
And what is also a great value, because it's completely free, is going to our website at AboutBeverages.com and checking out the tasting notes for this quite fruity Chardonnay, along with where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, definitely become a fan of us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube, so you make sure that you get all of our videos. If for some reason you don't want to go to the website, which I don't understand why you wouldn't.
But you can usually get the videos a day ahead of time, right?
Yes, if you do follow us on Twitter specifically, I always push that out. So yeah, if you're desperate and want something on Monday instead of Tuesday, late Monday night, you'll be able to find the video. So
nice.
Yeah, pro tip.
Yeah,
you can see exactly what we're gonna have the next day. You can go out and purchase it, and then be enjoying it while you're actually doing that. We've had a few listeners do that, and that's been very cool.
That is,
and heard it from them. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. All right, glad they're doing that.
Yeah, but whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.